Mr. Speaker.
Friday, the 4th of June, 2021. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, announced the immediate suspension of the operations of the social media network Twitter in Nigeria. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, in his statement announcing the suspension, cited, and I quote, "the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's corporate existence" as the reason for the decision to suspend the operations of Twitter in Nigeria. The suspension of Twitter in Nigeria has generated fierce debate. The House of Representatives has, since the announcement, been inundated with comments about the decision, requests for intervention and criticism. The House of Representatives recognizes that Twitter, like other social media networks, is an important tool for communication and for commerce in Nigeria, particularly among the younger generation who have used these networks for enterprise and innovation with great success. The House also recognizes that as social media has been a tool for good, it can also be a tool for bad actors. As such, the government has a legitimate interest in ensuring that these platforms are not used to commit vile actions against individuals and the state. The proper role of the legislature in circumstances like this is first to peel back the layers of the decision-making process to unravel the issues until we develop an understanding of the why and the how of executive decisions. Following that, the legislature must make sure that regulatory and enforcement actions by the government are in accordance with the laws of the land, that due process of law has been followed to the latter, and that the outcomes of regulatory decisions do not result in adverse consequences for the country and all our people. Fidelity to our responsibilities in situations like this require the legislature and legislators to, as in the words of Rudyard Kipling, keep your head when all about you are losing theirs. We listen to the agitation of the people, but we also hear from government, so that from the abundance of information, we reach the level of awareness that allows us to discharge our role dispassionately. It is in service of our obligations under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and our moral duty to the Nigerian people that the leadership of the House has mandated from today the House Committees on Communication, Justice, Information and Culture, and National Security and Intelligence to immediately commence an investigation to determine, 1, the circumstances of the decision by the federal government of Nigeria to ban the operations of Twitter in Nigeria, and 2, the legal authority for the ban on the operations of Twitter in Nigeria. The committees are additionally mandated to invite the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, to brief the House of Representatives on the objectives, intent, and duration of the suspension of Twitter in Nigeria, and to report to the House within 10 days.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, as a representative of the people, I have a source of communication with my constituents. I have a source of interaction with Nigerians. But in moving this, I must, with every sense of responsibility, Mr. Speaker, commend the step you took this morning concerning this issue of ban on Twitter. Very proactive, very timely, very apposite. But, Mr. Speaker, my concern is that as a Nigerian, and for several other Nigerians out there, the implication is that for 10 days that we have given our committee to work, that this breach will continue. And we don't even know how long thereafter that our interaction with the executive arm will last. Mr. Speaker, whilst I agree with the submission, with the position of the leadership of this House in total, I will only want to add that for breach of fundamental human rights, particularly right to fair hearing, right to freedom of speech and expression, that we should urge the executive arm in the interim, I use the word urge, the executive arm, in the interim, to reverse this order pending the outcome of our interaction with the executive arm.
Thank you, Honorable Chinda.
Yes, sir.
Let me very quickly, so that we can move along, refer you to Order 9, Rule 1, Sub-Rule 6 of our rules. I shall also assist you in reading it out for clarity.
Yes, sir. Mr. Speaker, let me read.
It shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon the substantive motion of rescission. The matter has been sent to the relevant committees to investigate and look into the issues that you are talking about, and they will report to us within 10 days. That is what even if we have brought a motion here, we would have referred it to the same committee, and your motion may even have been killed. We don't know. So this way, we have even saved the day. The institution will look into it. In 10 days, we'll know what action to take. And you have not complied with the Order 9, Rule 6. You're ruled out of order.
Mr. Speaker,
please, Chinda, please be guided.
Mr.
Please.
Speaker, if I will be heard.
Please
the
be
next
guided.
order of the day.
Chief Whip.
Mr. Speaker, if I will only be heard.
The next order of the second business of the day is presentation of three reports of the committee.
Already the speaker has already ruled on it. Please resume your seat. You know the rules better. You know how to come back. You know the rules better. If you are so passionate about it, you know how to come back.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in the circumstance, for PDP members, we have agreed we continue.
The next order of the day
Please, Chinda, please, you are a ranking member.
is the first reading.
We'll continue to tweet.
Please,
We are with Nigerians. And if the Attorney General wants to...
Where is it? Chair Clark. Where is it here? Where is it? I don't see it in my... Honorable Gandhi.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my name is Yusuf.
And not take any more points of order on this matter. It's unfortunate that seasoned parliamentarians who should know better decide to follow a different route, whether to play to the gallery or for whatever reason. But I believe that as parliamentarians, we have a duty and a responsibility to do what we believe is right. We have set up an investigative, we have sent this matter to 4 relevant committees: security, information, and culture, ICT, and justice, to look into the matter and report to us in 10 days. That's what we are supposed to do as parliamentarians. We're supposed to hold a balance, to checks and balances, but you cannot check and balance until you know and you unravel the truth. And that's exactly what we have done. At first, I thought it was a partisan move, but I'm so glad, and I'm happy to see several members of the opposition still here in chambers with us, and I commend you for your non-partisanship. Thank you very much. So we'll move on.